What it is the nerves in my body. The nerves in your body have what they call a myelin sheath on it. And the myelin sheath on your nerves helps your, helps your mind, helps the message from your mind to whatever extremity conduct quickly. Okay, well in multiple sclerosis, that myelin sheath is damaged and it unwraps. And so when my mind tells my leg to move, that message is burning out before it gets there. Okay, so I've incurred some damage basically from the waist up. So that's the wheelchair. I can stand a bit and I've got, pretty good strength here, but it's a debilitating disease, and at some point I won't be able to do that, but today I can. So I'm thankful for that.
I thank you.
The program that I'm involved with, I work for a company here that is here in the United States called Language Development Systems, and they partner with a company in Korea called Speak Care. Speak Care then gets the students from universities and schools and some of the major corporations, Samsung, LG. They get students from the military. We've gotten recently a number of students from the government there. In fact, I had the director and the deputy director from what would be our Homeland Security. For you folks, I think it's the Ministry of, you was kind of vague on what it was, but it's the Ministry of Security and something something. And so anyway, I've had some of those folks on my schedule. Kind of fun talking to them. And I'll share some more about some of the funny teaching stuff. But my commute, now your commute to school and work is probably, what, 10, 15, 20 minutes, whatever it is, right? As Wes said, I work in my home. So my commute is this. I'm at my desk. So it's very, very convenient. The program then that I do, as Wes said, I am calling the students in Korea. And I use a headset. So basically, if you were to see me in the morning, this is what I look like. And this plugs into a USB port in my computer. So because I can hear, here, and I speak here, I have hands-free. Because as my student is speaking, okay, I'm typing what they say. So if they make any errors in their grammar or their pronunciation or anything like that, I type that down, okay? And we go through these lessons, and I'll touch more on that in just a moment. So that's sort of what that looks like. Okay, so let's take this very first one here, where, and it's this page right here. Right, now, on the left-hand side, then, we have a dialogue to go through, okay? And so, for you, and please for me, I don't remember your name, and you, I believe it was, you may recognize that writing there, right? Yes, so what we do is I say, okay, to my student, I give them the instruction. I would say, okay, we're going to go through this dialogue, okay? Now, I will say the sentences that are labeled with the letter A, and I tell my student, I want you to say the statements that are labeled B. So I start out, hi Jessica, you're already here. Now my student then responds, oh David, yes, and then they have to translate that, those words that are in Korean into English.
5 years ago,
Yeah.
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, and that English is down below here, okay? So then we go back and forth through this dialogue. And then I help them with any of the statements that they say that are incorrect. Perhaps they're, they don't use the articles, a or an or the, or maybe they mispronounce something, things like that. And so we go through that, and then, we just go through the lesson like that. And on my computer, I'm able to call up a program, so I have this on one half of my screen, and this on the other half of my screen. So as I'm going through this, I'm typing, and it ends up in this box right here. So then my student, after we're done with our session, not only can they hear the session that we just did because it's all recorded, but they can also open up this page and look and see the corrections that I've given to them. So what I do is I type in this box what they said, and then I put a little separation there. I use a couple of dashes and then an arrow sign, and then I type in there how they should say it. So when my student says, I do things to keep health, I would say, okay, that's a great sentence, but right there where you said, I do things to keep health, you should say, I do things to keep healthy. Now you repeat that, please. Okay, so I repeat what they said, I tell them how they should say it, and then I have them repeat it. Okay, and that's how we go through these lessons. And then the students, based on their English skill, will sign up for any one of a number of our courses. So this very first one is the basic course, and then this one, this is the OPIC course, and OPIC is some acronym for a TOEFL, or those English proficiency tests that you're familiar with. So there's an OPIC test, and then also a TOEIC test. And so first there's the basic course, then there's the OPIC course, then there's the TOEIC course. And there are different levels in these, whether it's a basic or an intermediate or an advanced. Okay, and so here in the OPIC course, basically I'm asking them these questions. They respond, and then I'll give them any appropriate corrections, and then I'll move on. And then they're learning some sentence patterns, okay, which correspond to these. And in the TOEIC course, again, we'll have, where I'll ask them questions and they'll respond. On the right-hand side, we have some timed sections. So if any of you have taken any of those tests, the TOEFL or the OPIC or TOEIC, there are many portions of that that are timed, correct? And so I like to give my students lots of practice with these timed sections, because if, there's kind of the anxiety of answering the question, but also the anxiety of answering the question within a certain amount of time. So I like to give them lots of practice for that, so that when they actually get to the point where they're taking those tests, that it's a little less stress, and that they can concentrate more on answering the question. Now let me help you with a couple of things here. First of all, and I believe some of you said that you were having problems with the L sound, right? So do this. La 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 la.